Hey guys, and welcome back to another great episode of the Late Night Podcast with Bridget and Holly. I'm your host, Bridget.
And I'm your host, Holly.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey, boo boo. How's your day been?
It's been good. How about yours?
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. Tired, but amazing.
Me too. I've been tired too. So, guys, before we get started with the show, I want to remind you to subscribe, to like the video, and to make sure you hit the notification button so you'll always know when we come out with these great, wonderful shows for you. And we do have a show every Tuesday and Friday. So today's topic is a HallPass. Should you take it or not? So before we get into what you think, I'm going to go ahead and say that a HallPass technically is an agreement between a monogamous couple to have sex outside their relationship, either on a temporary or one-time basis. So Holly, HallPass, would you let Jay do it? Should you do it? What do you think?
I love that we're discussing this topic on the podcast because for years it has been a running joke of us going back and forth. Would you give me a hall pass for this person? Would you give me a hall pass for this person? First of all, for us, when we talk about hall passes, it's with movie stars. Would he give me a hall pass to be with Patrick Dempsey? He said yes. Would I give him a hall pass to be with J Lo, which is his next wife? Sorry, Ben. Yes. But to do it with, and that's all I'm joking because I know probably deep down inside, I know if that come to be, it would be a hell no. But
Mm-hmm.
that's about the only, that's the furthest we'll go with the hall pass. Would it be if it was to say, okay, I see this girl that I met and I think she's really good looking and she's made the moves on me, would you let me have a hall pass for her just for one night? Fuck no. No,
Yeah.
because you're not going to come home to me and expect everything to be how we are. Because for me, I feel like I don't down anybody because everybody knows where I work at. And you got your swinger clubs and your orgies and your stuff like that. To each its own. That does not float my boat, and it does not Jason's either. But I feel like for me and for him, we couldn't do that because mentally that's going to mess you up because when you laying in bed, and you ready for some boom boom time,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to play in your head. You're going to be like, oh my God, he was with this girl. What if he really liked it? What if she was better than me?
Mm-hmm.
Is he even more attracted to her than he is to me? Like, I don't think mentally, well, I know mentally I could not get over that shit. And I know he couldn't either. Because we
Right.
were kind of discussing this on the couch the other day that for a man, you know, they can't be with their significant other without picturing that man
Mm-hmm.
going inside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but for us females, we're picturing the same thing. It's just reverse.
Yeah.
You're entering a woman. Are you talking sweet to her? Are you being loving? Or is it just, oh, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am?
Right.
So a hall pass is definitely a no for our relationship. Like again, like I said, we do joke about it, but it's literally just a movie star thing. It's not,
Right.
oh, here's Becky down the street and oh, she's got a nice ass. Let me hit that and use my hall pass. No.
Right.
What about you? How do you feel on the subject?
No, it's a big no for me. Now I know my husband wouldn't take it because he's really one that, like our entire, we've been married 20 some years, and he'll tell you I've never laid hands on another woman. You know what I'm saying? Never. Um, has he had thoughts? Has he had feelings? Has he had desires? I think all men go through that.
They do. I
Or
think
go
that's
through a
normal for
stage of,
men.
some men go through the stage of watching porn, or
Right.
something like that. And but then to sit there and actually, I'm like you, we've talked about celebrities before, and my husband's
Yeah.
is, I can't think of her name. She played with Nicolas Cage in that Ghost Rider movie. What's her name?
It wasn't Angelina Jolie, was it?
No, it ain't
Or not
Angel.
thinking of Secret Treasures
she's
or
she's
something.
she's got dark hair, and and she's got a mole right here. She's got dark skin.
This is where the iPad comes in handy during our podcast. Okay, it was the movie was called Ghost Rider.
I think so. Nicholas Cage.
We about to find out. Let's pull her up. Let's see this hussy. Let's see. Okay, cast.
Once
Here
I
we
hear
go.
her name, I'll know it.
Eva Mendez.
Eva Mendez. That's
Eva
her.
Mendez.
That's her. That's his celebrity crush. Eva Mendez.
She also played in I can't what's the show where she played with what's his name from Married with Children. He was in it, and
Al
I can't think.
Bundy.
Yeah, Al Bundy. I can't remember the show. I should know it, but I think she played. Yeah, she played the stepmom, the younger stepmom in that
Oh,
show.
okay.
But yeah, this is her, guys. I'm fixing to show y'all. This
Everybody
is
should know who Eva Mendez is. You gonna have
Eva.
to shut my husband gonna watch this show and be like, that's my honey.
Jason does the same thing with. I watch Charmed a lot, and he's like, "There's my crush," because he has had the biggest crush. And Alyssa Milano, if you're hearing this, my husband is obsessed with you, and he has had a crush on her since Who's the Boss. And
Jay, you could
he,
have so many better celebrity crushes than Alyssa Milano. I'm
yes,
just
he
telling
was like, "Oh my God, that's my future wife. That's my future wife." And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm your future wife. You missed out on Alyssa Milano. You stuck with mine." So
you got me.
yeah, you
Well,
got me,
yeah, but
bitch.
his has always been her, and we've always said he's always said, if she come knocking on the door and wanted to be with me, would you let me? And I'm like, and I've always said, yeah, yeah. No one is really no, no.
Who's your celebrity crush? I'd love to know that.
Girl, I can't believe you call me your bestie and you don't know this.
You have said it, haven't you?
Since I've
Yes, you
been a
have.
teenager, he's been my heartthrob. It's never changed. And he was with Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Wahlberg. Oh my
He's
God.
he's my
How did I
biggest
not remember
one.
that?
Yeah, he's my biggest one. And my second biggest one would be Miles Teller.
Miles Taylor. Who's Miles Taylor? What's he been in? Why don't I know that?
What? You better Google that. Girl,
Okay, let's see who
girl.
Miles Taylor is. Let's go. Miles.
One of my
T E
favorite
L
movies.
E R.
Yeah, Teller. Uh huh.
Oh, really, Bridget?
Hmm.
This guy right here.
Everybody's gonna get on you. Yes, Miles Teller is a baby doll, and it's not all about his looks. It's his mannerisms and his personality. It just does something for me.
I mean, he's cute. He wouldn't be my hall pass. I'll tell you my hall pass in a minute,
Lord
but
have
go ahead.
mercy. But you know what? The difference is if I will tell you, if I actually had an opportunity to have a hall pass with one of those guys, and my husband didn't let me take it, I don't think I could ever forgive him.
Oh my God, well, you'd be so mad at Mr. Ronnie, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. But now, me to him, I don't know. And see, I think too. I think it would be easier if you did agree to a hall pass, if it was with somebody you knew they would never see again.
Yeah. I
Could you? I know you've already said no to a hall pass, but think about giving Jay a hall pass to your best friend or to your one of your boss ladies that you have to work with all the time. Or
hell no.
you see what I'm saying?
Hell
That would
no.
be a
Yeah.
lot worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be because and even if it was somebody he'd never see again, I still don't know if I could do it. A part of me wanting to be like, yeah, because you never ever 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 gonna see them again. But then it's the mental thing that's like, is he gonna be comparing me to that? Is
Well,
that
see, I
gonna
think
make
you were
him
talking about
want?
those things. Exactly. Guys would think he would go, well, is he bigger than me? Is he better than me? Is he,
Yeah,
but us, we would be like, you know, we would be wanting to know the physical attributes. Was her boobs bigger than mine or perkier than mine? Or was her butt tighter or was she tighter? You know what I'm saying? All this
yeah,
stuff. We would ask all that stuff. But I think it would bother us more to know. We would want to know. I would want to know the beginning of the night? Like, how did it start? What did you say? What did she say to you? You know, how did you, we want to know the feelings of it, not the physical feelings of it, the emotional feelings of it. You
Yeah.
know, how did you feel doing that? Did you enjoy it more? Did you like her better? Was her skin softer? Like, we would drive ourselves crazy thinking about the
I would
details.
also want to know, like, did you kiss her softly or did you grab her hair and say, "Come here, bitch"? You know, it's like, what way did you go? How gentle or how rough were you?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Um, if you could guess, I have a top two, and one I have been obsessed with ever since I was little. The second one, yeah, when I was little, but my main one, I have a main one that I've been obsessed with since I was little and stuff. But I have two. If
Don't
you
tell
could
me. Don't
guess,
tell me. I'm gonna try to guess them.
I want you to try and guess my two. If you could guess my two, who do you think that would be?
Okay, so where you said Miles Taylor would have been like, really? Is it? Would I? Am I gonna say really to one of them? Because I, for some godforsaken reason, I feel like one of your two is gonna be like strange.
I think I know for a fact that one of mine you'll be like, bitch, yes. The other one, I'm not too sure how you're gonna feel about this one because I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, is he? Is he? Okay, let me ask a few questions to narrow it down. Is he in your age group?
Uh,
Like it 10
both
years,
of
one way
them,
or the other. 10 years, one way or the other.
both of them, I would say. Actually, I'll tell you exactly because
Okay,
I'm
now when
not
you're
too
typing it
sure.
in, don't you're bad for reading when you're typing, so
I
don't read the
won't.
name.
Yeah, I won't. Okay, let's see how old this person is. Okay,
And don't
okay,
tell me
one
that.
of them is 58 and I'm 44. Okay. And then the other one is, I think, will be a little more closer to my age, I think, maybe. Well, no, actually,
Why would you
okay,
want a
he's,
hall pass with a 58-year-old person? They're
the
probably
other
gonna
one
have to
is
have Viagra to do
54.
anything. I'm out.
Uh, he's going to be able to do it, honey. He's going to be able to make my eyes roll back and back my head and make me pop off like I ain't never been popped off before. And the other one is 54. And I know he'll be able to do the same damn thing. Ooh.
58.
Yes, and if they watching this podcast when their name is mentioned, hit your girl up.
I'm 52 and I don't think I'd want to have sex with a 58-year-old.
If you seen these two men, you would.
58.
And as a matter of fact, let's do another research thing here and see this person's age.
You got a third person?
Um, you do know? Oh my God, Mark Wahlberg is 52 years old. Y'all are the same age. His
I know.
birthday
It's
is
close to
June the
mine.
5th.
I know it's close to mine. I already know everything about this man, honey.
I
You
did
ain't gonna
not
tell me nothing I don't know.
I did not know, girl, and I think he's so fine. Oh God, I'm so.
Ain't it?
Okay,
Ain't it?
so yes, so I want you. I don't think you're gonna be able to guess mine, but that's just one you're gonna be shocked about, and the other one I don't know how you're gonna feel, but it's. I want to give away nothing. Go ahead.
And they're both still living right now.
Yep,
Okay.
one is closer than you think.
What is okay? The Rock.
No, don't get me wrong, Rock. You amazing. Like you are fine as fuck, but he has never been on my top 10.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think. For right now, my mind is totally blank of good-looking men that are in the. Is one of them Ryan Gosling?
No,
Really? Okay. Uh, what's that? What's the funny Ryan?
do what?
What's the funny Ryan?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, him.
Okay, now I do got to admit something about that. He is my number three.
He is your
Ryan
number three.
Ryan Reynolds is my number three. I fucking love Ryan Reynolds.
I think if
Like,
I could have a hall pass with Ryan Reynolds, I wouldn't ask for sex. I'd be like, "Tell me some jokes, bro. Tell me some
yeah,
jokes.
because
Keep
I
me
think he
laughing."
is so sexy though. Like he was my number one. He kind of bumped up number one for a little while, and then like my men have kind of like just like bounced up and down. But I've got the two main ones is like oof.
Okay, Vince Vaughn.
No, but I do think he is good looking. I think Vince Vaughn's good looking. I also think David Spade's good looking. So what does that say?
David Spade.
Even
The
though he's
fuck?
short as fuck, I think he is. He's sexy. And Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is so
Now,
fine.
Adam Sandler, I don't think is good looking, but I think his personality makes up for anything else he's
Oh,
given.
I think he is so fine. And I also think Kevin James. Kevin James from King of Queens. Oh my god, he's
Yeah.
so sexy. He is so
Yeah.
sexy.
Well, now my number three would be Kevin Costner.
Oh, that's a good choice. Oh,
Yeah.
girl. That
Yeah.
is a damn good choice.
Yeah, we agree on. Okay, so I give up. I don't know who's your man because I don't think I'll ever
Okay.
think of.
My top two is Donnie Wahlberg and Robert
Oh,
Downey Jr.
what?
Everybody says that when I say Robert Downey Jr. They're like, "What?
Absolutely
He is
not.
so fucking sexy." Is
Absolutely not.
oh my god! Have you not? Let me show you a picture
You
of
can
him.
show me all day long, and I'm never going to agree to Robert Downey Jr.
And I have a
Absolutely
whole
not.
list because like Patrick Dempsey, oh, like and I used to be hot and heavy for Matthew McConaughey too. I thought he was fine back in the
I
day.
lost my taste for him when I found out he didn't use deodorant.
Oh, he does not.
You've never heard that? Yeah, and
No.
they say he plays in the middle of the night. They say he plays his congos or something so loud that his neighbors call him down for, and he'll play them naked, sitting outside naked. He's kind of weird.
That is very weird. Now you look at this fine specimen right here
Oh my! If you're gonna show me
and tell
Ronnie,
me,
Robert Downey Jr., it's not hell.
oh,
No,
Robert Downey
uh,
Jr.,
no,
if
no.
you are watching this, let me move my microphone. If you are watching this, I have had a crush on you since I was probably 10. He is so good looking. Girl, I once took, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I used to dabble in this program called Paint Shop Pro, and I used to do graphics. I ran a graphics list too. And in this program, you can take yourself and clean the background out. Now they have apps that do it. It tells you my age, of course, which I already said. And I took a picture of me and Robert Downey Jr. and put us together and put a beach scene right behind it, and it looks so real. I was so proud of that, and I printed it out, and I was like, "Oh my God, there's me and Robert Downey Jr. at the beach."
And you couldn't have done it with somebody better than that.
Oh my God, he is so
We
good
definitely
looking.
have you know what? As best friends, we would never have to worry about each other crossing that line and taking the other one's man because we have totally
Yeah,
different taste in men.
but I'm a team. Did you? Because
Because I don't
I'm a
even think
wild
Donnie Wahlberg's that cute.
Mark. She is talking about your brother. I would not take that sitting down or standing up.
You have to worry
HallPass
more. You have to
denied.
worry more about Jenny. Jenny probably get her claws out for me saying that.
Yeah,
But
Jenny probably would beat
growing
the
up,
shit out of
everybody
me.
was like, when I would say it was Mark for me, everybody's like, "Oh no, we're all for Donnie," and I'm like, "Honey, you can have Donnie. Leave Mark for me, okay?"
And Did you watch their show, The Wild Burgers
No, I've never
or The
seen
Wild
one
Birds?
episode of it. I've never seen
Oh my
one.
God! So I followed him up until I watched every season. When I tell you, I've always loved Mark Wahlberg and I've always loved Donnie. I was a New Kids on the Block fan growing up. Now out of that, Jordan was the one I was obsessed with. I love Jordan for some reason, but um, I fell in love with that entire family. And him and Mark, Donnie and Mark are like right here for me. I'm like, oh my God. But watching that show, and I know this probably sounds weird, but I feel like some people probably can relate. This might will be a good podcast topic. Is that when you're watching a reality show, excuse me, and stuff like that, you kind of feel like you know these people just because you're watching them so much on TV. And every time I would watch the Wahlbergs, you can ask Jason and JoJo, I would always say, but I would say it this way because they own burger shops. And I would say, oh, I want to be a Wahlburger so bad. And Jason would look at me and say, what? I'm like, look at Donnie and Mark. Oh my God, wouldn't you want to be a Wahlberg? But their mom, Alma, oh my God, I loved her. She died. I think it's been like a year or two ago, maybe more than that. And they that woman was their life. When
Yeah,
I tell you they took care of their mama, they took care of Alma or
yeah.
Alma. I hope I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. I think it's Alma, and I loved watching her because she was on every episode. And it's a show you definitely want to check out. With you wanting him
Well,
for your
would you
hall
got
pass?
and see, I don't know about you, but if I'm a woman now, girls nowadays are different, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm a woman, I think it's a turn on for a guy to appreciate, respect, and put his mom on a pedestal. But these
Oh,
girls
definitely.
nowadays are like, oh God, don't are you that's you need to cut the apron strings, you know, and all
Yeah,
this stuff. But my thing is like my husband, like he's a mama's boy and he'll do anything for his mom. And me, I think that's amazing. And I think it makes him a good husband. That's the reason he does anything, everything for me. Because they'll always tell you. I remember my grandmother, when I was raising up, her advice to me was pay attention to how your husband treats his mom. Because if he treats her well, he'll treat you well. If he can't love and
that's
respect his
true.
own mother, he's not going to love and respect you.
Yep, that's true, and that's very, very good advice to live by. That
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the hall pass thing. I think that's a neat topic. I really want to know as well what other people think. You know, would
Do you
you?
think Jason would take it?
He says he wouldn't, but I feel like he would if it was Alyssa Milano or Katherine Heigl or J Lo. Either
Catherine
three.
Heigl.
Oh, he loves her teeth because she has big, pretty, straight teeth. He loves Katherine
So in
Heigl.
other words, he'd be like, "That's the straightest teeth I've ever come across."
Yeah. I might have one ahead of the other, but my teeth ain't that bad. Okay. No.
You didn't get that. That was just so perverted for me to say
Oh,
that.
that went right above my head.
It sure
It
did.
went
She works in a
shoo.
sex shop, but she can't get the sex
I know
hints.
that's crazy. And y'all, I will tell you, working, in the sex shop, y'all won't believe the people that I do encounter, and I get asked so much to be a part of a swingers group, and not just from men, it's the women that come in too, and they do it in like a nonchalant way. They're looking around and looking at this, and then they start asking questions about, do you know where any, little clubs are? And I'm like, what kind of clubs? And they lead it up to be swingers and stuff. And they're like, oh, are you married? Yeah, happily, yeah. Well, have you and your husband ever thought about swinging, or have you ever thought about doing it?
Why are swingers
Uh,
always trying to recruit new people?
they are always, you people, you swingers. Yes, I said you people are always trying to recruit us. We, you might get lucky sometimes, but
Do you think
no,
do you know how men, and I love the fact that we can start something about one topic and spin it off to 50 others.
I do
But and
too.
I appreciate that about us. Some other people might not, but I do. But do you think that that swingers are kind of like a guy trying to get a virgin, like if they can get monogamous people to swing, like yes, we got them, or it's like fresh meat? Do you think they feel like that?
I think for them, I think it's the fresh meat thing because I know this might be wrong for me to say again, working where I'm working at, because when you run an adult store, you do have to be open minded. Just because some of that shit that I order, I'm like, I would never in my entire life use. But I have to think about Joe and Sally who want to get fisted, So I
Yes.
have to order that shit because somebody's gonna come in and get it. But I feel like when people are swingers, and I may be wrong, I feel like that's their excuse to try and get new meat because they're bored with what the fuck they got. You
Yeah.
getting the milk for free, and you're tired of it. Let's get some more new meat, but I'm gonna let you do it too. So I feel like it's almost a brainwashing thing too, but I don't know. Because
Well, I go back to saying what we've said before. Whatever works in your relationship, because I know swingers that have been married for 20 and 30 years
right,
before. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
my point is, if you know I'm monogamous, don't bring that shit to me, because that ain't happening.
uh,
That's not happening. And that's what I was going to ask you too. So you feel like a hall pass would change the dynamic of y'all's relationship?
yeah, I really do because emotionally, I know I wouldn't be able to handle it, and I know he wouldn't be able to handle it
Right.
emotionally. He might well be like, "Oh yeah, I would," but when you come down to it, if you have trouble even picturing another man touching me who's not a movie star, you would have trouble with it.
Exactly. Exactly. Now let me ask you a question. This again is off topic. Would you ever agree to a threesome? So in other words, it's not a hall
No,
pass. He's in the middle. He's with it. No, me
nope,
neither.
no, because
I've always thought about with threesomes, because I know that I'm gonna tell you. So my husband, when we first got together, this is one of these funny things, because I knew what was coming. So we was talking about fantasies, you know what I'm saying? And I know
uh,
every damn guy's fantasy. They all have the same one. They can't be fucking original, but the same fantasy is sex with two women at one time. You know what I'm saying?
right.
A threesome. We all know that. So, but I already had my answer for my husband, because I thought, mm-mm, I got this. So he says, I say to him, I said, honey, so what's your fantasy? And he smiled. And I said, I already know. And he goes, what? And I said, you want a threesome, sex with two women? And he goes, you know it. You know it. And I said, yeah, I do. And he looks at me and he says, but what's your sexual fantasy? And I smiled. And he goes, let me guess. Sex with two men? I said, no. He said, what? I said, a whole damn football team. He
Oh
said,
my
what?
god!
He said, what? What? I said, yeah. And he goes, babe. He said, he was so disappointed when he said it. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, huh? If I'm going for it, I'm going for it all. Like, line them up.
Hell
Next,
yeah!
next, next.
What's the difference between 2 and
But you
12?
exactly. But you know what he told me? He said, well, that's not fair, because men can't just say next. We have to wait time to work it up. You know what I told him? Sounds like a damn personal problem to me.
Hell yeah! It ain't our fault that you gonna knock out
Yep.
after that. Fall asleep for about 30 minutes to an hour or 2 hours. That can't help that we blessed in that department and y'all ain't.
That's right. That's right. So, in other words, no hall passes, no threesomes, no swingers. Me and Holly both agree that we're straight monogamous, and even if our husband doesn't always want to be, they have to be if they're going to be married to us.
Yep. And I do want to say one more thing on this topic real quick. I would never do a threesome because I'm jealous. I don't want to watch another woman kissing my man, touching my man, or him kissing another woman, and so on and so on.
Hmm.
Those kisses and them touches are for me,
Yeah,
not for another bitch.
yeah.
Sorry. So yeah,
Well, you know what's so funny though, and that's what I think about too. I think, like you're saying, a threesome having to, because if I'm in a threesome with my husband and he would for 1 minute focus on the other woman more, because they really might focus on her because she's new, you know what I'm saying, and it's a little bit
yeah,
more exciting, you know what I'm saying, and they know that, oh well, if I'm getting a hall pass to have a threesome, this will be the only time I get to enjoy it, so I'm gonna indulge in it. But us women would take that as in you just liked her better because you put
yeah, we
more time
would.
and attention into her,
Our
and
cat
that would be
calls would
hard to
definitely
watch.
come out.
Yeah, it would be very hard to watch. I think if I felt like I wasn't being tended to in the threesome equally, I'd get up and walk the fuck out and be like, you
Oh
just have
yeah.
fun, you just have fun, and when you get done, get your shit and get the hell out of my house. That's what I say.
Exactly. I will deal with your ass when you done with your little fantasy. Because
That's
this will be
right.
the last fucking fantasy you
That's
ever
right.
get to
But
have.
between the two, if you gun to your head, you had to agree to one or the other. Would you rather agree to a threesome where you could keep an eye on him, or would you rather let him have the hall pass so you just didn't know?
I'd rather agree to the threesome because if he did something that I didn't like, I could slap him upside his fucking head.
I don't know which one I would agree to.
I would want to watch and be in control of that situation.
Yeah, I think I would do the threesome too, because when he starts getting hard on and I look at him, then it just goes soft and we'd be done.
Yep. Yeah,
He'd be like, I just can't. I just can't. She's staring at me. I'd give him that go to hell look the whole time, and that way he couldn't
hell
do
yeah.
nothing.
They wouldn't be able to get up and do nothing then.
That's right. Well, guys, I've enjoyed our show tonight. I think our next podcast is, and we're going to talk about, which one did we decide? The celebrity relationship?
We
No, we decided the top 10 strangest ways to die.
strangest way, yeah. And
We
y'all, I
have two
cannot
different
wait for
topics
this.
down here. When we're doing podcasts, like topics will come to our mind, and we're like, write that down, write that down, write that down.
Y'all want
So
to
we don't
say,
want to
look,
forget them.
this is what we're doing when we're doing that. We just jot it down. Then we go back and make it nice and pretty
Yeah, we do.
for our
Our
records.
book. But yeah, top 10 strangest ways to die. But I just give it away because there's going to be another show in the future. We don't know when. Celebrity relationships, rock solid or shaky. Because we're going to talk about celebrities, about their relationships because we know that some of them jump around from person to person, and that's strange too.
Yes,
But the next show is top 10 strangest ways to die. And that's going to be interesting.
it is. That's going to be a good show.
It will be. But anyhow, I love you guys and thanks for joining with us again. And
Love
again,
y'all.
make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification
Yes.
bell, okay?
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.